Today in Shinobi Striker, we're going to be doing a full detailed weapon review over the Enchanted Sword Demon Roar SS Plus attack type weapon. And we're going to be going over everything you need to know about this weapon, especially because it's kind of confusing for new players. So without wasting any more time, let's hop right into the video. First, we're going to be going over light attacks, and to do those is square for PlayStation and X for Xbox. For the light attack, the character slashes the opponent horizontally from left to right. For the double light attack, the character pierces the opponent in the heart after doing the initial slash. For the triple light attack, the character slashes the opponent diagonally from left to right after doing the piercing animation. For the quadruple light attack, the character uses the sheath and the sword to slash the opponent in an X-shaped formation. For the 5x light attack, the character does the same thing from earlier, but this time has a little animation and then knocks the opponents backwards. Moving on to the aerial light, where the character slashes the opponent diagonally from left to right. For the double aerial light, the character just slashes the opponent another time after doing the initial slash. For the triple aerial light, the character pierces the opponent in the heart. For the quadruple aerial light, the character does the X-shaped slash with the sheath and the sword. Moving on to heavy attacks, and is triangle for PlayStation and Y for Xbox. For the heavy attack, the character puts on a mask that decreases your health, decreases your defense, but increases your damage, increases your tracking, and grants lifesteal. For the double heavy, the character shoots out a projectile. Now if the projectile hits, it will give you some HP. Moving on to the aerial heavy, where the character just puts on the mask. For the double aerial heavy, the character does the same thing as the double ground heavy. Moving on to combo attacks, where you mainly want to use your light and heavy combo strings. For the light plus heavy, the character stabs the opponent a total of 6 times and then slashes them vertically. For the double light plus heavy, the character incorporates one more stab right before the initial barrage. For the triple light plus heavy, the character just incorporates a 360 slash before doing the initial barrage. For the quadruple light plus heavy, the character actually uses the sheath as well as the sword to do the barrage of stabs. For the infinite heavy, all you have to do is simply keep pressing the heavy button to continue the barrage after doing the combo, and it can also be done in the aerial combos as well. For the aerial light plus heavy, the character just does the barrage but then does a 360 slash, finishing off the opponent. For the double aerial light plus heavy, the character just does a couple more slashes before doing the actual barrage. For the triple aerial light plus heavy, the character just uses the sheath to help with the barrage of attacks and does a cool little animation afterwards. Moving on to the charge attack, which can only be done if the opponent has a scarlet red circle around them. For the charge attack, the character launches at the opponent and then slashes them from left to right. And before I go ahead and rate this weapon, I just wanted to let y'all know that this was a requested video, so if you have any other requests, just let me know and I gotcha. The first category I'm going to be ranking is damage, and the damage on this weapon is really good. It's not insane, but it's definitely on the good side. And you can also put on the mask and get an increase in damage, so for that reason I have to give it an 8 out of 10 in terms of damage. Moving on to speed, and the speed for this weapon is not bad, but it's also not like the greatest. It's definitely on the good side though, but for an attack type weapon, you definitely want it to be a little faster. I mean, it's not slow, don't get me wrong, but it's not as fast as some other SS Plus weapons for the attack class. But this does not mean the weapon is slow. It's actually pretty fast, and if I had to say, it's one of the fastest in the attack class. So for that reason, I have to give it an 8 out of 10 in terms of speed. Moving on to range, where I do think this weapon excels, simply because most attack weapons do not have no range whatsoever. So for that reason, I have to give it a 7 out of 10, simply because it does have a range attack and it's good to see that they are actually still versatile. Moving on to combos, and as we all saw in the beginning of the video, the combos for this thing are nasty, they are really fast and are great for infinites. So for that reason, I have to give combos an 8 out of 10. Moving on to reliability, and to put it simply, this weapon is hella reliable. It allows you to play in different modes, like you can play from far range or close range, from attacks that are fast and hard hitting to stun based attacks with infinites. So for that reason, I have to give it an 8 out of 10 in terms of reliability. Moving on to user friendly, and to put it simply, I think this weapon is in the middle. Simply because this weapon does have some good combos that are easy to use and are effective, but it also does have some combos where you actually have to be good at the game to actually achieve. Like, it's not a brain dead weapon, but it's still easy enough for you to actually learn and get used to it. So for that reason, I have to give user friendly a 6 out of 10. And the overall rating of this weapon, it's going to be a 8 out of 10. Simply because this weapon is really good, it's not broken, and it can be deadly in the right hands. And if you were wondering, yes, I do think this is the best sword-based weapon for the attack class, simply because of how versatile and effective it is. And if you did enjoy this video or found it useful, I would highly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe and turn on the notifications. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.